Dear learner, this is the second blocks of the contemporary political thoughts. And in this thought, I will talk about the Antonio Gramsci and his theory. Now come to the important things about the Antonio Gramsci that was an influential Italian Marxist philosopher, political theorist, and communist politicians. His idea have significant impact contemporary political theory, sociology, and cultural study. Here is an overview of his key contributions and we're talking about the theory of hegemony that in this theory there is different kind of the definitions and concept. Hegemony, Gramsci concept of hegemony refer to the dominance of one social class over others, not merely through coercions but through the creations of a cultural and ideological consensus. This dominance is achieved when the ruling class worldwide becomes the accepted common sense of the entire society. This is called the hegemony. Second is called the cultural and ideological leaderships. Hegemony involves the ruling class shaping cultural norms and value so that their interests are perceived as universals and naturals. This leadership extends beyond mere economic control to influence the intellectuals and moral leadership of the society. This is very important parts. Next is that is called the counter hegemony. He talked about the role of organic intellectuals. Gramsci emphasized the role of organic intellectuals in developing and promoting counter hegemony idea. These intellectuals emerge from the represent the interest of subaltern classes working to challenge and transform the prevailing hegemony society. Next is that is the concept of the estates. When talking about the concept of the estate, that he talks about the integral estates. Gramsci distinguishes between the political society, which includes governments, police, and military, and civil society, which encompasses institutions like schools, media, and church. Together, these form of these form the integral state which maintains social order and consciousness. Dual role of the state functions both through the coercive means, force and law, and through the consents. Cultural and ideological persuasions, the state role is to ensure the dominance of the ruling class while securing the passive consents of the subordinate class. These are the important integral concept of the state. Now come to the role of the intellectuals. When we talking about the role of intellectuals, that is traditionals versus organic intellectuals. Traditional intellectuals, these are individuals who maintain existing ideology and serve to reinforce the status quo. They include academics, clergy, and other established figures who support the dominant social orders. Another thing that is called the organic intellectuals. These intellectuals emerge from the working class or other subaltern groups. They articulate the experience and needs of these groups and to work a counter hegemonic perspectives. Their role is to foster political awareness and mobilize collective actions for social change. These are the important parts of the things. Next is that is concept and applications, that is passive revolutions. Gramsci used the concept to describe gradual changes within the society that appear revolutionary but do not fundamentally alter the existing power structures. These changes are often managed by the ruling class to address certain issues or about the passive revolutions involve reform that are implemented in a way that preserve the core elements of the existing system, thus ensuring stability while adapting to new conditions or pressures. These are the important theory of passive revolutions. Now come to the Pigeon's notebooks. He talks about the Pigeon's notebook, that is written works. Gramsci Pigeon's notebooks were written while he was imprisoned by the fascist regimes in Italy. These notebooks contain his most influential idea over the wide range of topics, including politics, cultures, and history, influences. The prison notebooks have been crucial in shaping modern Marxist thought and understanding of cultural ideological process. They reflect Gramsci's deep engagements with the complexity of political powers and social change. These are the important parts of the region's notebooks. Concept of common estates. He talked about the common sense. Gramsci uses this term to describe the set of beliefs, assumptions, and values that widely accepted and taken for granted in society. Common sense is shaped by the dominant hegemony ideology and serve to reinforce the existing social orders. Second is that is called the critical role. Gramsci argued that changing common sense is crucial for the revolutionary change by challenging and transforming prevailing common sense. Subaltern groups can undermine the dominance of the ruling class and foster new social and cultural norms. Next is that is called the concept of war of positions. That means definitions and a strategy. War of positions, Gramsci introduced this concept to describe the slow strategic struggle to build counters hegemony blocks within the civil society. Its contrast with the war of maneuvers, which involves more direct, immediate political actions. The war of positions focus on gaining cultural and ideological influence to shift the balance of power. Next thing that is called the strategic approach. This approach involves creating alliances, developing alternative cultural practices, and building political institutions that challenge the dominant hegemony and lay the groundwork for more substantial social change. These are the important parts. Next, that is the theory of the Gramsci. That is, he concluded about theory that he talks about the contributions to political theory, specifically his concepts of hegemony, the integral state, and the role of intellectuals. Provide a nonsense understandings of powers, social change. Each idea emphasizes the importance of cultural and ideological struggle in achieving political transformations and offer insight into the complex interplay between economic structures, state mechanisms, and social norms. Gramsci's work continued to influence contemporary debates on politics, cultures, and social theory, highlighting the importance of both intellectuals and practical efforts in the pursuit of social justice and revolutionary change. This is very important parts of it. This is the last slides of the Gramsci theory. Now this is the concluding parts. Thank you for hearing the video. Thanks.